Alien gambit, bro. It's so good. I'm gonna show you the alien. No, do that. It's bad. It's bad, but alien gambit. Is it? I think it's a card. You should bet in something. Should I?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Alien gambit, bro. It's so good.
How's it, everyone? So what you just saw was the first game of many of a little over the board series I played with Yusuf at my house. The Alien Gambit, even though in classical, I would definitely not recommend it, just because of its. You are going down a piece for one pawn, which normally, against a high-rated player, will be hard to come back against. But there's a 99% chance that you will have a chance to swindle, to make a comeback, and there will be an opening. There will be a gap in the opponent's defenses, unless they play super accurate. Because the lines I'm going to take you with now, they're like one or two key moves that black has to play just to stay alive, even though they're a piece up. So let's get into it. We have e4, most common opening, most aggressive. The old Korokon. Now, obviously white takes the center, puts both its center pawns out, and just takes full control of the center, and black immediately lashes out and tries to challenge us, create some tension. Now, there's a main line that normally goes here, and you get this whole theoretical nonsense, and black normally plays one of these two moves, pulls the bishop back if white tries to go after this bishop. But instead of putting the knight here, for the alien gambit it doesn't really matter. I mean, black's going to take and your knight's going to end up taking here, but just go here to be fancy. I mean, why not? Block your own bishop and make it look stupid and destroy your opponent. Why would you not do this? So he takes, take back with the knight, and now here the main two moves are these two. And the nice thing about the alien gambit is it doesn't really matter which one they play. The knight is coming here to g5. So, and Yusuf played the move h6. Now you only sacrifice this knight once they play h6. If they play here, you can play another, and if they go here, now you can sacrifice. You wait, you bait, and then you pull. That's how you do it. So we go here, we sack. Obviously king takes, you don't have another move, you're getting forked otherwise. And now it seems a bit slow, but I mean, you can give a check first, but you give a check and he can just block, and there's no follow-up. You need the knight here to hop in. So first play the slow move, and when you play a slow move like this, black will normally, they have time now, and they're thinking, alright, I'm going to compose myself, I'm a piece up, I just need to slowly handle this position, and then they will make inaccuracies, because they're critical moves. They won't think they have to play critically, but they do. So here, the best move, I mean, really, are you playing that move on your next move? This is a much more natural move. And it took you from -2 to -1, basically. Now here in the game, I got my lines a bit mixed up. And I went bishop d6, which really isn't a good idea. You should not trade pieces when you're down a piece. So the much more natural bishop c4 is the best move. Giving a check, opening up these lines, he'll have to block, and then you jump the knight in. And you're going to have pressure here with the queen looking out. You can play h5, h4. There are a lot of ideas. But I'm here, and Yusuf, the simple thing, the computer wants this and then that. But very simple. Just take it, get another piece off. The less pieces white has, the more tough it's going to be to get at the king. But you watch the game, you know this game ends in one move, and even though Yusuf is at 1800 plus in blitz on chess.com, over the board, different story. It's a different game. Your vision is just a bit different, and that's GG's. So yeah, quite bleak, but there's some really crazy lines. It's really tough to play. You have to be very accurate, and yeah, fortunately or unfortunately for Yusuf, he wasn't this game. But yeah, on to the next.
Ooh,
That was a naughty one.
that was.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, for game 2, okay, let me just flip this the other way since I was black. It's always nice to, I think it actually might be my first time, well, since I reviewed it, getting a over the board brilliant move, but feels good, warms the heart. But there are quite a few things to take away from this game. Yusuf loves playing this Catalan styled d4 opening. I wasn't really too sure how to approach it, so just standard, get the 2 knights out, d5, c5, can't go wrong. Here though, both Yusuf and I missed this idea, as you can see with the double bishop inaccuracy. This whole idea of white taking this pawn, and even though I get the center and I've gambited a pawn, his best move is b4, and he can actually hold on to this pawn and say, what is your center doing exactly when I'm up a pawn, it's protected. Yes, I can chip away, but he can take, and then he's still up a pawn. And are my double center pawns are they going to win the game? And we both missed this idea. No problem, both ignore it. I'm happy, since it put me at a disadvantage. Here I took, and then here, for some reason, I wanted to preserve the bishop, so I dropped it back. Just missed this idea of taking, even though it's really obvious. But also, I didn't like the idea of a pawn being here, and was banking on the fact that one day I will set up to play e5, and if a piece is here, it's much better for me because then this move comes with tempo. So yeah, that was my general game plan, but he traded it off. And then here, then hang the pawn. And then, you know, obviously white's offering a queen trade here, and it's quite hard for me to refuse this because normally you drop it to c7. We're not going to do a bow test gambit. So here I thought, I mean, we're going to trade on my terms, so let's get my bishop out and I'll figure out whether to take. And I ended up taking here. Best move is to take with the bishop. I mean, it's slightly better. Really minimal difference. Just this way I thought I'm opening up my rook, get the half open file, and castles, and according to the computer, missed this idea of playing b5. Really not sure what the whole idea is, because the best move for white is just gambiting a pawn, which I don't understand. Say white just plays a normal move. The idea is to go here and almost swing the rook in, and if you play a move like this, you can park the rook here, you can castle, double up, and this pawn will always be weak, and there will be ways to exploit it in the future. So a miss, I think, is a bit rough when I castled, but yeah, the computer, different breed. Here my whole idea was to play for this, which I obviously can't play right now. Can't put my bishop here, so bring the knight back in to play for this. Yes, it is an inaccuracy, slightly. Best was still wants this whole idea of b5 and a whole lot of nonsense, to be honest. Activate my rook, and then here I thought very nice move, best move according to the computer, f6, because this bishop, even though it does hold white's bishop to this pawn, it's really not doing much, and especially when black just plonked all their pawns on the dark squares, my light square bishop really needs to be controlling this diagonal. So this is a nice move, protects this pawn long term, and we can drop the bishop back. Computer didn't want me doing it immediately. I think it wanted a little dance with the rook here and some idea, but yeah. And then here, I wasn't really sure, do you put the bishop or do you put the knight? If we put the bishop, he will trade it off, and we get a similar thing to what we were excited with the knight, and I thought if he takes, then I mean I've got both diagonals. It's looking good. And then here, obviously, I played this move with just the thought of, I mean, I have a fork. And we do fancy those. And then here you just thought, you know, I get a rook, he gets a rook. But that's the problem with calculations. You need to keep on looking, finish the line. That's not the end of the line. I take, you take, I take. But now when you take, you lose another piece. So he played this move to try and I don't know, trap my knights. It doesn't even trap it. We can escape literally anywhere. We can literally escape any region. But the fanciest finish, I thought, is just rook sack. And you can take here, but you are just down a bishop, and I'm going to munch, I'm going to mate you, and that's game over. So yeah, it's just a nice little finish, and at the end of the day, you will be down two pieces. So Resilience is obviously the best move. Please like and subscribe. I hope you found value in this video, and I hope you found it entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.